Alright, Brush Monkeys, welcome back, and this week we are wrapping up our look at the Army Painter Skin Tone set. As you know, for the last couple of months we've been painting Barbarians from Reaper Miniatures with these colors to kind of see how they play out and how they work and everything. Putting them through their paces, and I think they came out really well. I'm really liking how the Barbarians look, and these are really fantastic skin tone paints. It's a good starter set to get into painting other ethnic skin tones. It comes with all these war paints. It comes with 3 pigment toners: obsidian, pearl, and ruby, garnet skin tone pigment toners. Comes with dark, strong, and soft tone flesh washes, and it comes with 4 empty mixing bottles for you to mix your own tones, which you can see I've already done 2 of them. And this is a really good starter set for a pretty wide variety of skin tones. But if you're into painting other ethnicities, there are some other paints that you can get that will kind of fill in the gaps in this collection a little bit. Onyx skin is really good for really dark skin tones, and it works out really nice for that. But between that and this one is a little bit red. There's some space in there. So one of the ones I recommend are Reaper Dark Shadow. And I'm probably going to make a list of all these at the end of the video, so you can see what I'm talking about. Reaper Master Series paints, Dark Shadow 09040 is a good one. You can see that's a really nice dark brown. Vallejo Model Color Chocolate Brown is another good one. It's a little bit lighter than the Dark Shadow, but it's a good step up. These are all going to be going down the spectrum here, by the way. Reaper Flat Earth, or excuse me, Reaper. Vallejo Model Color Flat Earth 70963 is another. There's another good triad for brown skin tones. If you're painting a lot of African American skin tones, there's a good set for that. Most of the rest of these are kind of in the Caucasian and Asian skin tones, so we'll put those back over there. Want to go, and these could be used in triads as well. You can use these 3 and then these 2 and this one. This is Vallejo Model Color Cork Brown. This is a nice dark tan color. It's kind of close to the, it's a little bit darker than the amber skin, but a little more brown than the Dorado skin, so that's a good middle tone there. Tan Earth from Vallejo Model Color is another good one for that. Vallejo has a lot of good skin tones and tans and browns, and their greens line is really good. Not so much for skin tones, but Vallejo Model Color, their stuff is aimed at people doing like World War I and World War II dioramas and that kind of thing. So they've got a lot of military colors from other nations. Iraqi Sand is another good one. It's a really nice kind of light tan color. Then these 2 are good for basing Asian skin tones, and I only say that because they're kind of yellowish tone, especially the medium flesh tone from Vallejo Model Color. Very yellowish color. I found it looks a little strange on white people, but on Asians it still looks a little bit yellow, but it's a good base, and then you can tone up from there. Basic skin tone is kind of the same way. It's a little kind of yellowish pink, but it's another good basic starting point to move up from there. Reaper Master Series Pale Skin 09047 is this one, and that's a really nice, like, it's not quite as bright as the opal skin, but it's a nice go-between between something like amber skin and opal skin, or if you did your base in Iraqi Sand, that's a really good transition. Iraqi Sand to pale skin to opal skin, that makes a really nice transition there. And then the last 2 I use mostly as accent colors. I don't really use them for flesh tones in and of themselves, but they're good for doing lips, or if you've got topless models, nipples, that kind of thing. Vallejo Model Color Brown Rose is like my go-to lip color for a lot of my female miniatures. For the darker skinned ones, Vallejo Model Color Red Leather is a good lip color for them. So there you go. There's a pretty wide variety. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 more colors that you can add to the Army Painter set and, for lack of a better term, flesh out your flesh tones collection. And this is staying away from the Citadel line. Citadel makes some decent skin tones. They're decent colors. They're not really great paints. That's why I chose not to include them in here. But this will get you a pretty wide variety of different skin tones. Alright, in addition to the other paints, I want to talk about two other things that helped a lot in painting other skin tones. One was this article that I found online, and I wish I didn't print it off the website itself, so I think it's a downloadable PDF that I got and printed off. So I'm not entirely sure where I got it, but you could do a search for ethnic skin tones by Crispy. That's CHRISPY. And this article is fantastic in that it not only covers a wide variety of everything from like African and Aborigine skin tones to Middle Eastern, African American, Middle Eastern. You get into like some Asian skin tones. This was a huge help in painting like Chinese and Japanese skin tones. Get into like Polynesian and Filipino skin tones, Native Americans, all the way up to different ethnicities of white people, to like really, really pale white. And the best thing about this is it gives it talks mostly in terms of Vallejo model colors, but this is why this is so great, because it lists what colors you want, the color numbers, what the color is, the color number, all that kind of thing, and the order that you're going from base to highlight to get these things. And it talks a little bit about how to achieve that skin tone and what the difference is between different regions and that kind of thing. Like especially with African skin tones, they're not all the same color. You got a pretty wide variety between even men and women in different regions, and it talks about those in there. Fantastic article, huge, great resource. If you can find it online, definitely go grab that. The other one I wanted to talk about was this book I got from AK Interactive called Flesh and Skin. This book is fantastic. It mostly talks about airbrushing different skin tones because it's talking about doing busts like this. But it goes into a pretty wide variety of different skin tones. And this is mostly talking in terms of AK Interactive paints, but you can find conversion charts online to show you how to convert those into Vallejo or Reaper or pretty much any other line you go to. And it gets really into depth on layering and differentiation of shadow and light and what have you, and different skin tones. And this is an invaluable resource. So if you can find that, I bought this book online. I think I got it from Amazon, but it's a fantastic resource as well. So there you go. So like I said, the Army Painter set is a fantastic starter set. I wholeheartedly endorse it. I would definitely recommend going out and getting that set if you've never painted other ethnicities of skin tones. But it is a starter set. It's a beginning place to expand out from there, and I wholeheartedly recommend doing so and expanding out from there, and getting, trying some other things and exploring other ethnicities in your models. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Like I said, I'll put up a list of these new paints at the end of the video. So you'll see all of them. Thanks a lot. Bye. Hey Breast Monkeys, Tom here. If you like what you see, click like down below. And if you want to be notified when new videos get posted, click subscribe. And in the meantime, if you want to support us in any way, check me out on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We're on all those platforms. If you see a miniature on the site that you want to make one of your own, hit me up on Instagram. I can quote you a price for that. And if you want any Flying Monkey Studios merchandise, like t-shirts, things like that, hit me up on storefrontier.com/flyingmonkeystudios and get all your merch there. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.